It is finally time to get off that roller coaster we called April 2024 and now step into the opportunity to make a life that feels more beautiful, more abundant, and truly is our own version of heaven on earth. That is right ahead for the energy of May 2024. So are you ready to put the work in and start creating the life that you truly desire? Welcome back, Astro family, to today's video where we are diving into the forecast of May 2024. Aren't we so glad that we are done with April? Whether you had some lucky breaks and some blessings, or maybe you're just glad that you didn't have a major meltdown. Or maybe you did have a major meltdown, and that's okay too, because that energy is leaving us, it is moving behind us, and the horizon is bringing on fresh, beautiful new energy, with Taurus being more grounded, more practical, more stable, allowing us really to build a solid foundation based on what we value, what we find worthy, and what ultimately brings pleasure and beauty into our life. Then we end the month with the airy energy of Gemini, where we become more social and curious than ever before, a beautiful energy around relationships, connecting with people, communicating with others, and really building that strong foundation that we desire in our relationships to have them last for the long term. Because it really is a big, big month for our relationships. When we look at the energy of Taurus, which is very potent in the sky with all the planets, and the energy of Gemini, they really support our ability to be in a good harmony with another person. Taurus is about pleasure and sensuality. It's about being present, being grounded. It loves to do things for a long time, to be stuck in those stable routines, which is absolutely beautiful energy to create intimate relationships. And Gemini is all about communication, sharing ideas, having conversations, educating one another, really building that intimacy through words and language. So this is a beautiful month. As a relational astrologer, I'm excited to help you navigate this energy. If you don't know me, I'm Mandy Rose. I consider myself a relational astrologer, which essentially means when I'm talking about the current cosmic weather, I'm doing it in a way to help you ultimately have the best relationship with yourself, because you understand why you might be feeling the way that you're feeling based on the cosmic weather, and also by understanding your birth chart and the birth chart of the people around you, because that helps you understand how your energy can blend best with their energy. So much exciting things to talk about and break down in today's video. So you're going to want to go ahead and grab your birth chart, because I will be going through every single planet one by one, where they're going to be in the sky for the month of May, so you can follow along in your birth chart to see if they will impact anything specific within your own unique chart. Make sure you have your 2024 Astrology Alchemy Journal if you have already purchased that. If not, you can find it in the description box below. It is on sale. You can take notes in here, as well as you follow along to some of the major transits that are coming up for us. And of course, grab your calendar, because we will be doing a date-by-date breakdown, letting you know on each day for the month of May what major astrological transits might be happening and the energy around those. So if you do have something on your calendar, you can plan ahead to know how you might be feeling and the people around you might be feeling as well. So as we move into the month of May, let's first do a quick overview before I give you my top 5 transits that I'm really paying attention to in the sky. Of course, we have a lot going on in May. We had a lot going on in April, but in May, we just have one shift after another. Whereas April was kind of everything around Aries all kind of at the same time. So it kind of had like this breaking point, or kind of like when you have a zit and it comes to the surface and you pop it and that goo goes everywhere. That was kind of the energy of April. May is more like the shifting, the changing of energy. It's like as you're clearing the acne and your skin gets brighter, it's the transformation energy from one season to the next. So as we're moving into May, one of the biggest things that we're going to be feeling is this potency of change, because we have 2 different zodiac signs, Taurus and Pisces, activating the anaretic degree. Now, if you didn't know, each zodiac sign has 30 degrees, 0 to 29, and then the planet moves into the next zodiac sign, beginning again at 0 to 29 degrees. So anytime a planet hits 29 degrees, it's in its final potent energy. We call it the anaretic degree. And I consider each planet a life coach to us. So as they're teaching us lessons in a certain zodiac energy through a certain lens, in a specific area of our life, depending on what house that zodiac sign rules for you, that life coach planet is going to really push forward any final lessons when it gets to that anaretic degree point, because it's its last chance, its last opportunity where it's been in its most potent energy to teach us something before it leaves and moves into another zodiac sign. So I like to think of it this way. Let's say you've lived in a home in a neighborhood for a very long time, right? That is your area of the sky. And then you move. You know you're going to be packing up and leaving that neighborhood and leaving your friends behind. So you usually go out with a bang, right? You have like a going away party, one last hurrah with your friends in the neighborhood as you're packing your boxes. That is the energy of a planet when they get to the anaretic degree. And we have a lot of that going on, like I mentioned, in the energy of Pisces with Neptune being here, an area of the sky that A, he rules, and B, he has not been to in 165 years. So this is very important to know in our chart where this is happening. Now, also in Taurus, we're going to be having the energy of the sun crossing the anaretic degree, Jupiter leaving Taurus and moving into Gemini at the anaretic degree, and Venus moving through this energy as well, following close behind with Mercury and Mars. So both very important areas of the sky. Now we're also going to be having a stellium of planets lining up in Taurus, like I mentioned, with all this potent energy around Taurus, being grounded, practical, stable, earthy, looking to build things for the long term, bringing in pleasure and luxury and sensuality, is ruled by Venus. We love a good Venusian energy, a Venusian sun season, where we can really intensify our lives by making it more beautiful. So I hope we all get to capitalize on this energy. It rules over things like our finances, our material possessions, creative projects, the arts, entertainment, fashion, aesthetics, all the things that we truly love as humans on planet Earth. Now, our two planets that are the stars of the show, as I like to call them for the month of May, is Mars, because he is finally coming home to his home sign of Aries, where he loves to be, bringing that fire, that passion, that boldness, the courageousness back into our lives. And as he moves through Aries, he is going to be crossing over all the areas, touching all the points in the sky that were chaotic and life-changing in April. And the other star of our show is going to be Jupiter, because Jupiter is going out with a bang. As he moves through the energy of Taurus, he is popping off, bringing in as much blessing, opportunity, and prosperity to the Taurus area of our life, bringing in more pleasure and sensuality and beauty to all of our things that we love in our life. And then he makes a big kabang and moves into the energy of Gemini, where he will bless us in that area of our life for the next upcoming year. So Mars and Jupiter, we love it. They are making moves this month. Now, that doesn't mean the other planets aren't important. All of our planets this month are up to major things, teaching us lessons as always. But when we get to the planet by planet breakdown, I want you to remember you are going to listen for your primary life coach. If you don't know who your primary life coach is, I'm going to put up this graphic again. This is based on your rising sign. Now, if you don't know your rising sign, go based on your sun sign, but each one of us has one primary life coach planet that is ruling over you at all times. And so whatever that planet is up to in the sky at any given moment is impacting you most, because it rules you and your energy because of your rising sign. So I know this video can be lengthy and there's so much information. So if it's helpful for you to just go to the timestamps below, watch the portion for your primary planet, then you go to your rising sign forecast at the end of the video, and then make sure you save it and come back throughout the month of May, and you can follow the date by date breakdown, listen for the other planets. But you definitely don't want to skip my next part, which is where I go into my top 5 transits that I'm paying attention to as a relational astrologer this month that I can see impacting our relationships, and also giving you tips and tricks on how you can navigate it to ultimately have better relationships. So we are going to start number 1 with what I think is the biggest transit for this month. I mentioned it in the intro, is that Mars is moving into Aries. This is super important because Mars will be here all month long, and he is coming home to his energy, meaning he is now in full power. He has not been in a fire sign since he was in Sagittarius, and that was way back in 2023. So it's been a while since our masculine energy has been in a fire sign, asking us to drive forward, to make decisions, to make moves, to be bold, to be courageous, to follow our heart and our passions and our desires. And Aries is about what we want, what we crave, focusing that energy inward on ourselves and saying, this is the direction I need to go, because instinctually I know that this is best for me. So this is very important in relationships, because for us, oftentimes we are giving our energy to other people and we aren't saving a little bit of it for ourselves. This Mars in Aries is asking us to be bold based on our dreams and our desires. And there's also this responsibility we have to give space to other people to do the same. And so in your relationships this month, this energy can really manifest as your partner coming to you and saying, I want to move. I want to get a new job. I want to do this. And you have to be responsible for your Mars energy in Aries and saying, well, this is important to me. So how can we work together? How can we blend? How can we compromise? But ultimately staying in your own lanes and what's true for yourself. So this could be a big energy that does shift relationships because each person is wanting to finally take action and each person has gotten clarity from the month of April of what they truly desire. So pay attention to this energy. The second thing I think is really important for relationships this month is that Mercury is coming out of retrograde shadow, meaning by the time we get to May 13th, he is done. He is finally in new territory, and we're not having to go back and revisit old conversations, old contracts, old negotiations, get more information, circle and circle and circle around. It is now the point where we have collected all the data we could possibly need to make a decision and finally move forward. So we're really getting that green light to go. Now, as you're watching this video at the beginning of May, we have about 13 days where if you're needing in relationships to wrap something up, meaning you haven't gotten to the bottom of the situation, of the problem, of the disagreement, it is time to have it one more final time. Because Mercury will be crossing over Chiron, our wounds that need healing and soothing. And so this is really the opportunity for us to say, hey, we've been fighting about this. We've been going on and on. We can't seem to agree. We need to either agree to disagree. We need to come to a resolution, or we just need to stop the conversation altogether. And so capitalizing on this Mercury retrograde, it's in Aries. So it's about speaking up, being bold, being direct with what you need. No more passive aggressive, no more people pleasing, no more shoving it under the rug, but truly coming to your relationships in all format, romantic, business, siblings, friends, whomever in your life. Be clear, concise, and direct, and stand up for yourself and what you desire. Then after that, Mercury will be moving into Taurus, which we love because that means our mind and our words and our language and our tone, Mercury, is going to be in the energy of Taurus, which is about creating beauty, pleasure, harmony in our lives and building on something that lasts for a long time. So we're going to love that energy, but first we got to get through the end of this retrograde shadow. The third energy I am loving this month that I think will be very impactful to our relationships is that Jupiter is moving into the energy of Gemini. This is amazing for socialization because Jupiter is the expander. He helps us grow. He brings prosperity and luck and abundance. And being in Gemini, it's the social butterfly. It's about people wanting and craving information, connection, community, networking. So if you are single, this is going to be a great energy for you to mingle, to get out there into the world. People are going to want to connect, get together face to face. Gemini is also this witty comedian-like energy, so there will be a lot of playful banter and flirting, lightheartedness, bringing up tough conversations with a sense of humor, with this intention of really kind of just using words and language to smooth things over. So this will be beautiful for people getting into relationships where you have to have those tough conversations when you're first starting to date, or people who are more in long-term committed relationships needing that zest, that new energy of infusion of communication and conversation and just playfulness. So this will be a beautiful energy. People will be networking more than ever, curious to learn more than ever, willing to share their knowledge more than ever. So I really see this being an upcoming year from May of 2024 till June of 2025, absolutely expansive for relationships of all sorts. The fifth thing that I'm loving for the month of May that will definitely impact our relationships is the fact that we have Venus and Jupiter coming conjunct. They are both what we call the benefic planets, the beautiful planets. They are coming conjunct. This is like the luckiest, most beautiful day of the year. And where they come conjunct is in the energy of Taurus, which again is Venus's home sign. So it's bringing beauty, pleasure, sensuality, intimacy, juicy, yummy goodness into our life. And not only that, they meet up at 29 degrees, the anaretic degree, the final powerful moment for Jupiter to bring blessings and opportunities and luck and abundance into the Taurus area of our life. This I see as being a magical, magical, juicy day for our relationships. It's going to happen between the 23rd and the 25th of May. A beautiful day to plan to go on a vacation with your honey bunny, to go on a first date, to change your looks and your aesthetic, to wow somebody in your life, to do something financially that is prosperous for you. It is going to bring in so much beautiful energy if we can work with it, but definitely put something on your calendar for relationships on that day, whether you are in a romantic situation or with your friends or with a business partner. There is a lot of prosperity and manifestation that can come to light with this energy. I just love it. And for my Scorpio risings, this happens in your 7th house of relationships, so this could be really juicy and good for you. And the 5th and final transit this month as a relational astrologer I think is super important for us to recognize is that Neptune is going to be at 29 degrees of Pisces. Now he enters the anaretic degree on the 4th of May and will be here all month long. He is parking his butt here. He does not get any further because he does not officially move into Aries until next year in 2025. So he will park here at the anaretic degree for the entire month, where he will then retrograde in June backwards. So we get almost 2 months of Neptune at the anaretic degree. Now, how is this important for relationships? Well, Neptune is our dreamer. Neptune lives in la la land. Neptune is on acid and he just sees life through rose-colored glasses. And his home sign of Pisces is the Jesus energy, where it has this savior complex, where it wants to help heal everyone. And it looks for the underdogs, right? It's like rooting for the one who needs help. And so this can be a time in our relationships where we feel this energy of Delulu, where we are putting people on pedestals. We are seeing the best in them. We are not wanting to get real with the program of how this person may not serve us. And they're actually sabotaging us. And they're actually causing us to go down a spiral of addictive behaviors and tendencies because we just want to save them. We just want to rescue them. This is an energy to be aware of. This is something that Saturn, who's also in Pisces, as Neptune is his roommate right now, where he's knocking on the door and saying, Neptune, are you dreaming again about that man? I told you to stop talking about him. He ain't good for you. That is Saturn in Pisces saying, Neptune, you've been dreaming for far too long. You've been people on pedestals for far too long. You've been helping everyone else heal for far too long. Let me come in and help you reset, have some new routines, some new boundaries, some new commitments around your relationships. But Neptune can't help it. He's a dreamer. So we just need to pay attention at this time to what's coming up and also understand that Neptune is going to retrograde. And then we're going to have to rip those rose-colored glasses off when we get to July and really see it for what it is. So let's get ahead of this lesson. It is so important to just be aware of it and acknowledge it, because this month, like I said, with all this Taurus energy, we want our life to be beautiful. We want our life to be more pleasurable. We want our life to feel like heaven on earth. We want our relationships to feel so yummy and juicy and to last a long time. But we can't really do that if we're not seeing what people really are like and asking ourselves, are they really good for us? But those people that are good for us, that we literally are around, that feel like our dreams have come true, that we see them and we put them on a pedestal because they really are worth putting on a pedestal, those are green light goes. But with Saturn, we got to decipher once and for all this month. So that's a lot going on. As we move into the planet by planet breakdown, what I'm going to do is use this board, take all the planets off this board, put them back on one by one. So you want to grab your birth chart for this portion of the video. I will be putting below here the degree points that the planet will be transiting through. So you're going to want to look at the degree points and say, hey, do I have any planets that this life coach will be touching or impacting in the month of May as they move from this degree to that degree? I am going to remind you that if you are interested in purchasing the Astrology Tea Collection, the Taurus blend, this is going to be absolutely beautiful for you to drink around that new moon in Taurus happening on May 7th. We have a pileup of energy in Taurus. Like I mentioned, we just came off the lottery aspect with Uranus and Jupiter in Taurus. It is the sun season of Taurus. We are going to have Jupiter and Venus meet up at that beautiful anaretic degree of 29 degrees of Taurus. So this tea can be really beneficial to help you get into that energy of sensuality, of pleasure. It has herbs in it that are going to help you literally tap into your feminine with rose hips and lavender. Not only can you drink this tea, but you can also put these herbs in a bath bath and have a beautiful goddess-like bath, especially around the time of that new moon. It is going to be so potent. So if you have any questions about the astrology tea blend, you can put them in the comments below. Also, if you go to the website, I have in my description box, the website has all the herbs and all the formulas. And then we're going to be moving into Gemini sun season. So it'd be absolutely beautiful for you to also get the Gemini tea as we're moving into this social energy where we're going to want to learn, where we're going to want to explore, we're curious, we want to connect with others. The Gemini herbs help you with mental clarity, mental focus. It also helps with the lungs because we use our lungs to express and communicate. And so there's a little bit of caffeine in there as well because we know that Gemini energy, it's busy AF. And so that tea will support you through the Gemini sun season as well. So just wanted to share that. Let's go ahead and get into the planet by planet breakdown. All right, let's get into it. Little reminder again, make sure you really pay attention to your primary life coach. We have a lot going on in May, so I'm going to actually put the planets back up here in a slightly different order than I usually do. I left the North and the South node up here. The North node is in Aries. The South node is in Libra. They are moving backwards, getting closer and closer to the energy of Pisces and Virgo, but that won't officially happen until January 11th. Yes, 1/1/1 of 2025. We now have the North node and the South node at 15 degrees. They are halfway through the ecliptic journey of Aries and Libra. We just came out of eclipse season. We will have one more potent eclipse season at the end of the year once we get into September and October. But for now, that energy is closed and wrapped up. That doesn't mean, though, these aren't important. It means we are continuing to keep our eye focused on the Aries area of our life because it is the North node and our energetic North star. So there are still fated and destined changes happening in this area of life in the background in the month of May, all the way until the next eclipse season that will be popping off and creating some more obvious changes in this area of our life, along with closing out some of the things in the Libra area of our life that need to be shed and released once and for all. So that is the eclipses. Now let's also talk about Chiron. Chiron is the key. It is our wound that we need to heal to unlock our soul's true happiness. Chiron is also in the zodiac energy of Aries. We know that because at the time of that new moon, total solar eclipse, the sun, the moon, and Chiron were all conjunct. They were all lined up at the exact same degree, down to the exact same minute. So Chiron is still going to be active this month because we will have Mars hitting him, activating him for the first time, and we will have Mercury coming out of his retrograde energy, hitting Chiron for that third and final time. Chiron is the wounds we need to heal. Being in Aries, it's the wound of worthiness. It's the wound of self. It's the wound of our masculine energy where we're too afraid to act. We're too afraid to move forward. We're too afraid to do the things we truly need and desire. And we're going to get some chances in May to continue healing that wound. Now let's talk about Pluto. Pluto is going retrograde this month, a big, big month for him. Pluto is the planet of transformation, death and rebirth, really creating rubble so that we can rebuild on those ashes to something that is more beautiful. Now, Pluto has made it to 2 degrees of Aquarius and he is heading back to Capricorn for that final destruction, the thing that needs to break that we have not quite tore down yet. Capricorn, remember, rules over institutions, governments, structure, religion, systems like healthcare systems, society, businesses, things like that. So Pluto's like, wait a second, we did not destroy that down to rubble. It really needs a complete overhaul. So we can expect that to happen, but Pluto won't get back to the energy of Capricorn until September. So for now, we are going back through the Aquarius area of our life. This actually impacts us more on a collective society level than it does on an individual level, unless you have planets in Aquarius between 1 and 2 degrees or in the final degrees of Capricorn. So just so you know, Pluto is going backwards, and all the planets this month that are moving into the energy of Taurus will be in a square to Pluto. So as we move into Taurus, saying, how do I make my life more beautiful? How do I make it more pleasurable? How do I infuse more sensuality in my life and make it feel like heaven on earth? Pluto's like, well, you got to destroy what doesn't work. You got to detox and purge what doesn't work. You got to reveal some secrets and clean the skeletons out of your closet. If you want the beauty of the Taurus area, we got to do some Pluto destruction. So that is his message to all the planets moving into Taurus this month. Then let's talk about Neptune. Like I mentioned, Neptune is in the energy of Pisces. He is moving into that anaretic degree after the 4th, the powerhouse moment. Now I'm looking forward to Neptune moving into Aries next year, but for now he is wrapping up his energy in Pisces, helping us have faith. Pisces deals with the spiritual realms. It deals with our energetics and our emotional health. And being in this anaretic degree, he's saying, do you have a spiritual practice? What do you believe in? What do you have faith in? Do you believe in magic? Do you believe in the energies of life, the quantum physics, the manifestation? Anything is possible at any given moment. Can you be Delulu? Can you dream? Do you need to actually maybe dream some more and dream bigger? And Neptune will ultimately go retrograde at the end of next month. But for now, let's just soak up those lessons. Then let's talk about Uranus. We know Uranus has been hella active in the month of April because he has been in the zodiac energy of Taurus since 2019, shaken up the Taurus area of our life. And last month on 4/20, he was in that conjunction with Jupiter, creating that lottery aspect. This month, he's kind of just doing his own thing as he gets visited one by one from the Sun, from Venus, from Mercury, and eventually from Mars. And so he's just kind of doing his thing, continuing to rebel, to bring liberation and freedom to this area of our life, saying, hey, we need a big change and we got to let go. Because Uranus's motto is choose change before he chooses it for you. And so if we are going to make the Taurus area of our life more beautiful, if we are going to feel like we are living heaven on earth, we might have to literally take the shackles off of our life and say, I'm moving forward. I'm leaving the past behind and I am grabbing life by the horns and literally creating the life that I want through the energy I put forward. Then we move on to Saturn. Saturn, our tough love dad, our life coach that teaches us by giving us obstacles, challenges, and growth opportunities. He is also in the energy of Pisces. Now, Saturn has been in Pisces since last March. And he is really in the middle of this energy at this point. And this is important for us to understand because next month, at the end of June, Saturn will go retrograde. And when he moves forward, he is pressing energy onto us to be responsible, to be committed, to be disciplined. To Pisces, our religion, our spirituality, our faith, our belief systems, our energetic body, our emotional health, getting rid of self-sabotage, getting rid of addictions and tendencies to have negative habits and behaviors that aren't allowing us to move forward. He's saying we got to dream, but we got to do the work to get that dream going. And that is Saturn's lesson. When he gets into retrograde, he backs up and that energy doesn't feel as intense. That is actually the time, the challenge for us to be our own tough love dad and to continue forward with the lessons that we are grounding into in the month of May. So paying attention, if you don't know about the Saturn in Pisces and where it falls in your chart and you need more help with that, you can head to my Saturn in Pisces video. This is also something I talk a lot about in my astrology forecast readings because Saturn is our tough love dad and he teaches us through lessons, but he's also considered Lord Karma. So if we do what we need to do and we get the A on the lesson, he will reward us and life gets easier and the lessons kind of dissipate. But if we don't, oh man, when he comes out of retrograde, he is going to give you the karma of punishment to learn that lesson again, and then it gets a little challenging. So we have about another year of Saturn in Pisces as he inches closer and closer to Neptune. And this is something we want to prepare for because Saturn is like, do the work, do the hard thing. And Neptune's like, but have a dream and have faith it'll work out. And as you put this together, this is the energy of manifestation. And they're going to manifest together in the energy of Aries, where all the potent energy of last month began, where the eclipse showed you where you need to step towards, where the Mercury retrograde had you rethinking and reframing your mind, where Jupiter is going to move into Gemini, helping us speak and socialize and communicate and network and meet new people and learn new ideas. And then we are going to have some potent energy that's going to come to fruition by the time we get to next year. So again, in your chart, that's going to play out in a very unique way, depending on your planets and where this all lands in your chart. But I've been focusing a lot of energy and attention in my one-on-one readings for that energy because it is upcoming. And these are lessons we have to learn now as we move through April and May and the rest of 2024 in preparation of the manifestations really changing our life in a big way because we're just in the baby step phase of that creation. Now, Saturn is also going to be in full support of that new moon in Taurus that we have on the 7th because he will be in a sextile saying, hey, I'm over here in Pisces helping you create more discipline and routine, get out of those bad habits, those negative cycles to move away away from things that don't serve you so that new moon, new beginning, you can have a more beautiful, pleasurable life with the Taurus themes of more money, more resources, more wealth, better relationships, having more sensuality, having more abundance all around you. So I love that Saturn is going to be supportive of the new moon in Taurus. It is literally my favorite new moon of the year, but more on that later. So then we're going to move on. We're going to move on to Jupiter. Jupiter is also in the energy of Taurus, like we mentioned, coming out of his conjunction with Uranus, and he is inching closer to that anaretic degree, the 29-degree point of Taurus, where Venus is going to meet up with him. Now, we also have a Sun-Jupiter conjunction that's going to be happening at the beginning part of the month. And so Jupiter has been blessing this area of our life, creating expansion and growth and prosperity and making it feel a little easier, a little bit more like we're in flow in this Taurus area of our life, ultimately to help expand our resources, Taurus, our money, Taurus, to make our life more beautiful, Taurus, to bring more pleasure into our life, to love up on the earth some more, right? Is about coming back to the foundations and the simplicities of life and finding abundance in everything that you do in every single moment. If you have learned that Jupiter lesson this past year, you get an AA+. Then on the 25th, Jupiter will move into the energy of Gemini for an entire year, shifting his blessing and opportunity and abundance into the Gemini area of our life. And then, like I said, he will expand all those Jupiter and Gemini themes. Now, fun fact, Jupiter will move through Gemini at the end of the month. And by the last day, the 31st of May, he will be at 1 degrees and 11 minutes, 111 of Gemini. Now, you want more information on this? I made an entire video, already posted it on Jupiter in the energy of Gemini, breaking it also down for your rising sign. I give you my predictions for where I think society is going to go with this energy. I tell you the energies to be aware of, the 5 things I love about that energy, and so much more in that video. So go check that out after this one because it is absolutely beautiful and it is happening this month. So then we move on to Mars. Mars, our masculine energy. Mars helps us take action, helps us move forward, helps us make decisions, helps get us off the couch and get shit done in our life. And Mars on the 1st of May comes home into his home sign of Aries, where he is the landlord, putting him in full power mode. It is go time. It is time to be instinctual, to drive forward, to get in the left lane, to hit the gas pedal. We got a plan. We know where we're going, and the time is now to take action. This is really exciting. However, we do have to recognize he will be here all month long, and as he moves through, he will hit the North Node, bringing up stuff from the eclipses in April. What came up for you? What were you like, damn, I need to change this. I need to cut this away. I need to take action on this. We weren't ready to do that yet in April. But once Mars crosses that North Node, it is like, oh, I got to do it. This is it. The time is now. It is fated. It is destined. I can't go back. He will also cross over Chiron, bringing up those wounds that we've been thinking about and communicating about, with Mercury running into Chiron 3 times during his retrograde. And now Mars is coming to take action to heal that wound, to make a different decision, to move forward in a different way that looks like we've actually healed. An example could be, let's say you've been broken up with someone and they call you, and every time they call you, you go back, you answer the phone, and then it starts this whole cycle and this whole pattern and the self-sabotage. And now this time when they call and Mars is on Chiron, we've healed. We don't need them anymore. We actually don't desire them anymore. And when they call, we hang up and we block them. That is a different habit and action that is in the support of our healing and our growth that we experience in the month of April. So I love this energy. And then Mars will keep moving right along. He will also come across the 19-degree point where that eclipse happened exactly. And that will also be a very fated time that activates what specifically came up. What were you in pain about around the eclipse? How were you energetically feeling around the eclipse? Whatever was kind of moving through and helping change your life and changing your reality at that time, Mars is going to come and help soothe that, help you take further action on that, and be able to improve that in another way. So we do love this energy in support of Mars this month. And while he's at home in Aries, Venus is also at home in Taurus. That means our feminine and masculine are both in their home signs. How much do we love that? And Venus being here is going to be so beautiful, right? Venus in her home sign of Taurus brings beauty and pleasure and sensuality to all the things that we love. Taurus, again, rules over our finances, our material possessions, our income, our relationships. It rules over also Mother Nature. It rules over healing. It rules over real estate and land. So much goodness and abundance that can come to us with this energy. She is ultimately in her full Venusian goddess energy. Think of her like living on a yacht, having bonbons, sipping champagne, enjoying and indulging in the finer things of life. This really gives us an opportunity to improve our fashion, our aesthetics, to indulge in something that feels so yummy, going on a spa day, booking a nice hotel for the night with your partner, cooking a beautiful home-cooked meal, really soaking up the things in your life that bring you pleasure through your senses. This is a sensory experience kind of month. Eating nice things, smelling nice things, drinking nice things, feeling nice things on your skin, getting reconnected with your body. This is such a good opportunity to do some embodiment practices, getting back into dance and flow and figuring out what you actually like. Do you know your favorite scent? Do you know the favorite material you love to feel on your body? Do you have a beautiful space and environment to look at? Do you like looking at yourself in the mirror? Sometimes just brushing your hair and putting on a cute outfit can change your whole vibe. You're still the same person. You ultimately look the same, but just aesthetically touching yourself up a little bit can be the vibe of Venus in Taurus, changing and magnetizing things to you. She will also run into the lottery aspect with Uranus being there. So what came up around 420, what opportunity, what revelation, what breakthrough, what sudden unexpected thing came into your life towards the middle and end of April, because now Venus is going to help make that more beautiful. She's going to help intensify that, make that more of a reality for you. Make sure you stay in your feminine energy. Even though we are making decisions and taking action, we have to balance that with receiving and feeling pleasure and allowing the universe to work out for us. So don't forget that this month. She will also run into Jupiter at that anaretic degree. I talked about that already. Super beautiful energy. It is my favorite day of the month. So the 23rd, 24th into the 25th, make sure you plan something. If you're trying to launch something, it is a juicy, yummy, delicious day, the best day of the year. Every single year when Venus and Jupiter come together, but this year even more so at the anaretic degree of Taurus. And then on the 23rd, she is going to move into the energy of Gemini. We love this energy for relationships because Venus rules over our relationships. Gemini is social, it's communicative, it is getting out there, it is networking, it is meeting people. It is a time where we now might meet a whole bunch of new people, new friendships, new business collaborators, new romantic interests, new people that benefit you in so many ways. You might have too many decisions with this energy because Venus loves multiple things when she's in the energy of Gemini, but it's a great time for us to improve our communication skills, to share with others how we feel through letters and writing, a time for us to connect more in person, and bringing up a lot of like humor and wit and comedy to make our life feel more beautiful and pleasurable. So we love this energy, a big, big shift this month, especially for our relationships. Then we move on to Mercury. Mercury is finally getting done with his retrograde energy this month. He's over it. We're over it. Let's move on, right? Mercury is going to be wrapping up in Aries, coming through his third pass through the areas of the sky where he went forward, retrograded back, and now moving forward to get out of this space and move into Taurus ultimately this month. Now, as he does this on the 5th, he will run into Chiron for the third and final time, talking, thinking, finding answers to a wound, to a trauma, to something that's been paralyzing us, that has been making us feel uncomfortable, having that final conversation, getting the revelation, someone giving you some information that helps with your healing. Beautiful, beautiful energy as we move into that. Then he will move into the energy of Taurus on May 5th. We love this because now our mind and our language is in this beautiful, feminine, flowy energy, allowing us to create stability and structure in our life by ultimately thinking about things that are more beautiful, finding solutions to make our life more pleasurable, and having conversations with a more feminine tone, with a way that gets things done, but also infuses more love into our life, being more calm in our discussions, processing information a little bit slower, because when he was in Aries, it was like our brain was on fire and it was like, I don't know what to do. I feel this heat, this pent up aggression. We maybe had headaches, migraines, inflammation in our brain and in our head when Mercury was in Aries. Now we go into Taurus, we tap into the heart space, we talk We talk slower, we think slower, we process slower, we're speaking intentionally, we're trying to be more present, focusing on one thing at a time, being very concise and very clear, talking about things that are very practical, that help move our life forward, that actually make it more beautiful. I always say when Mercury's in Taurus, our mind is on our money. And so that might be things that are important to us at this time: our finances, our resources, our material possessions. Good time now to sign contracts and to buy some of those things if we're needing to do that. And then once Mercury moves into Gemini next month, oh my God, our mind goes up in the clouds. We are talking. We are learning. We are connecting with everybody all the time, texting nonstop, lots of social activities. So that is going to be a powerful energy by the time we get to June. But for now, we're going to slow down when Mercury gets into Taurus. Then we're going to move on to the sun, reminding us of the sun seasons that we're currently in. Remember, the sun shines a spotlight on things. So wherever it is heating up, bringing vitality, bringing life, and saying, hey, pay attention over here. Just like when the sun is up in the sky, we look right at the sun and go, wow, that is the boldest, brightest spot in the entire sky. So same thing works energetically. The sun, as we move into the month of May, is already in the Taurus sun season. We will be moving through this energy, the sun heating up the Taurus area of your life, depending on your unique birth chart, and also shining a spotlight on the areas of life that Taurus rules. Our money, our finances, our fashion, our material possessions, Mother Nature, holistic healing, land, things that feel beautiful, what we value, what we prioritize in our life, our relationships. And so beautiful energy that helps just us be aware, to be more present. I love the Taurus sun season. I call it self-care season. I call it indulging season. It is where literally you want to really tap into what makes you feel good. It is Venusian energy. We are going to attract things to us that are juicy and delicious. And if they're not, we are going to let them go and we're going to move on to the things that feel better, whether it's a better feeling thought, whether it's a better smell, whether it's a better, beautiful environment because we cleaned and tidied it up. Such amazing energy that builds permanence and stability, because Taurus is a fixed energy. And once we have something we love and we find beautiful, we don't want to let it go. So that is something we're working towards this month. And then when we get to the 20th, the sun will move into the zodiac energy of Gemini, popping off the Gemini sun season, the Aries energy, again, shining a spotlight on the Gemini areas of our life, which is transportation, technology, communication, networking, your siblings, your neighbors, people you talk to, like mentors and teachers that help expand your mind in some way or another. So a lot of social activities, a lot of events going on, a very, very busy season for us this year with Jupiter being here. Hasn't been here in 12 years. So what a Gemini sun season. Venus also being here. Mercury's going to show up here. Like, we got a lot going on, especially when we get to the new moon in Gemini, when we get to June. But again, we'll talk more about that later. Big, big sun season. Also remember, in your 2024 Astrology Alchemy Journal, I give you a bucket list. In order to tap into these sun seasons, you want to be in flow with the cosmos. Doing these bucket list activities will help you really potentize this energy, to infuse it into your life, to be in rhythm and harmony with the cosmos. I also, in all of the sun seasons, give you the positive and shadow energies that may come up for you and the people in your life, so you can be like, hey, this is why they're acting that way, because we're in Gemini sun season. I'm going to give them a pass. I'll give them some grace. Gemini sun season is really our social season. Make sure you fill out the journal prompts in here as well. That will help you navigate that energy. And lastly, we're going to go through the 2 lunations of the month. We kick off the month with that new moon in Taurus. Oh, this is such a juicy, delicious new moon. It is my favorite one of the entire year. We have no challenging aspects. All the planets are in full support of what we can begin, the new intentions we can set. We have not had a new moon in Taurus that has not been an eclipse in 2 years, because the last eclipse cycle was Taurus and Scorpio. So this is a new moon with true, new, fresh beginnings of infusing that Taurus pleasure, indulgence, and luxury energy into our life, to creating and really starting to move forward towards our very own heaven on earth. Love, love, love this energy. I will have a whole video on that. So make sure you hit subscribe, hit that little notification bell so you don't miss that video. Of course, I give you the rising signs to break it down, where in your life and what relationships could be getting a brand new, beautiful, beautiful new beginning at that time. And I also give you some activities and rituals you can do around that time to maximize the energy. And then the other lunation of the month is going to be the full moon in Sagittarius. That will be a powerful full moon for us as we move into Jupiter, moving into Gemini. We have a lot of shifts in the air signs. And so it's a very mental time for us to expand our mind, to change our belief systems, to change our philosophy. There could be opportunities to travel that come up around that time, or maybe breaking off some travel plans because you're redirecting your energy and your resources into a direction that more is in alignment with what you value or what you desire. So a full moon of some releasing and letting go. And we'll talk more about that in that separate video. So, that was a lot already. You can see that we have so much going on. Make sure you hop over to the Astro Weather Report Telegram channel. I give you a 7-day free subscription, so you can just pop into the group. You can binge all the content in there. But what it is every single day, I am sending you a voice memo of the current energy, of the current astrology. And now, of course, you can watch these videos and take all the notes, but often what happens is middle of the month, someone will text me and be like, what is happening today? What is in the stars? Maybe they watched my video, but forgot, because it's a lot of information. How can you possibly remember every single thing I talk about in this video on the day that it's actually happening? So the Telegram channel is a way to bring it up in the moment when it's relevant, when you're actually feeling and experiencing the energy. Because I can talk about this Jupiter and Gemini stuff, and you can logically be like, okay, these are things that might happen. But when the energy actually hits on the 25th of May, when you're actually in it, is when you feel it, and that's when you need clarity. And so that Telegram channel has helped to every single day navigate the day ahead, make it very relevant for the moment, and then you don't have to binge hours and hours of content to try to understand and remember what's coming up. You can just open up your phone, listen to the 5 to 10 minute voice memo. I also do some astrology education on the weekends. You don't need to know your birth chart to be in that channel, but it is helpful because I do give you some more specific places in your chart to look for. We also do some other fun activities. I do some channeling. It's so much fun. So come join us, our little Astro fam over on Telegram. When we get to the date by date breakdown coming up next, make sure you grab your calendar, because we are going to go week by week, day by day, as all of this activity happens, so you can map it out, you can plan for it, and understand what energy you're going to be influenced by as that cosmic weather event comes up. We're going to start at the 1st of May, end at the 31st. Let's go. All right, we're starting out with the first short week of May. What's in the stars from May 1st to May 4th? We have 3 major astrological weather events. We are kicking off May 1st with the exciting announcement of Mars moving home to Aries and Venus moving home to Taurus, meaning our feminine and our masculine are now in their home signs, allowing us to really balance these 2 pieces of ourselves. Mars and Aries taking action towards our dreams, our wants, our desires, being bold, being direct, and our feminine Venus asking us to make life more beautiful, more pleasurable, to receive, to feel abundant, to tap into our feminine energies and allow the universe to provide for us after we take the action steps we need to towards the dreams we want to create. So this is a big, exciting energy. Now, also, we do understand we are 1 week after the full moon in Scorpio at this point, and we are 1 week out from the new moon in Taurus. So we are in this energy where we are still shedding and releasing and letting go of some of the things that happened to us in April. We are clearing, we are moving past, we are stepping away from and looking towards and forward to the new moon, the new beginning, the new fresh start that is coming for us next week. Now, also, we have on the 2nd, Pluto starting his retrograde journey in the energy of Aquarius. He is heading back to Capricorn. Pluto is the god of the underworld. He is death and rebirth, transformation, breaking things down, exposing secrets, opening up the skeletons of the closet, dusting them off, cleaning them up, and then making life more beautiful in this transformative way. So he's going to go back to Capricorn by the time we get to September, break down structures, institutions, governments, things in society that just aren't working anymore. But for now, he is just creeping backwards through Aquarius. This affects us more collectively in society than it does personally. But if you have planets at 1-2 degrees of Aquarius, Pluto is dancing around those areas of your chart and in your energetic field, teaching you some lessons during his retrograde. On the 3rd, as Mars has entered into the energy of Aries, he will be sextile Pluto. When the planets are having sex, it is good energy, and Pluto is destruction, breakdown. Mars is taking action, being the warrior, being the fighter, being aggressive. When you combine Pluto and Mars, you get the energy of Scorpio, because Scorpio is ruled by these 2 planets. So this could be a very big, powerful day where you are like, I gotta break this down. I got to expose this secret. I got to break through. I got to make this change and do the thing that is necessary. You might find the courage or the motivation. This can trigger your willpower, your stamina, driving for the things you need to get done because you really want to transform your life. You really want to take the energy of April and the lessons and the challenges that came up and move towards the beauty that Taurus season is allowing us to step into in the month of May. May is such a beautiful energy as we go through the next upcoming weeks that are opening up of opportunities, abundance, prosperity, bringing in beautiful, harmonious energy to our relationships, our finances. We're going to be able to communicate better. So much goodness happening this month, but we really kick it off with that Mars-Pluto, examining things, understanding where we got to move, how we got to go, being strategic. And that's how we're wrapping up the first short week of this month. Then we move into the second week of May. I love this week. I love this energy. It has the new moon in Taurus, my favorite new moon of all of 2024. So what's in the stars from May 5th to May 11th? We're kicking off on the 5th with Mercury, who is now direct. He is out of retrograde, thank gosh. And he is moving through the energy of Aries, and he lands on Chiron on this day. So conjuncting Chiron at 19 degrees of Aries. This is his third time meeting up with Chiron. So what does this mean? How does this feel? Well, way back on April 15th, we had Mercury retrograding over Chiron. And way back in March on the 25th, at that lunar eclipse, we had Mercury hitting Chiron the first time. So think back to those 2 days. What was coming up for you mentally? What thoughts? What healing was needed? Where were your wounds and your triggers? A lot of times with this Mercury conjunct Chiron in the energy of Aries is our thoughts are destroying our ability to see our future. We are self-sabotaging. We are telling ourselves things that are painful, not truthful to the life that we want to live. And so at this time, it could be in relationships and it could be personally just within you and your mind. Those wounds need to be discussed. They need to be revealed. They need to be talked about. Maybe in your relationships, you have been trying to work and sort through something, having the same conversation on repeat over and over again. And now this conjunction on the 5th allows you to say, hey, we're getting ready for the new moon in Taurus in 2 days. I want a life that's more beautiful, more pleasurable. I want to feel like my life is heaven on earth, but we need to solve this problem. We need to have this conversation, heal this wound, apologize, soothe it. We need to find clarity in our mind that feels good, thoughts that feel good. And so there's a lot of healing that's possible on the 5th. And these energies will still be potent as we move into the new moon in Taurus. So rewiring our brain, rethinking better thoughts, solving problems in relationships, communicating better as we step into the 7th, the new moon in Taurus. Like I said, this is my favorite new moon of the year. It happens at 18 degrees of Taurus with the sun and the moon coming conjunct. At that time, we are going to have Venus on one side of the sun and the moon and Uranus and Jupiter on the other side. This is 5 planets of megastellium in the energy of Taurus. We love the energy of Taurus because it's ruled by Venus. She's in her home sign, and this brings beauty, pleasure, and harmony into our life. Taurus is the energy of luxury, of sensuality, of indulgence. It rules over all the things that we value as humans on Earth School. It is money, resources, wealth, assets, material possessions, our creative projects, fashion, arts, aesthetic, beauty. It rules over land, holistic healing, Mother Nature, plants. It rules over relationships and that intimacy in the present moment in relationships. So lots of goodness, new beginnings, new fresh starts that infuse this beautiful heaven on earth like energy where we can feel indulgent and pleasurable in every single day moments by being grateful for the things that we have and that Mother Nature provides for us. A beautiful, beautiful, potent new energy and the support still of this lottery energy where anything is possible, magic can happen, things can come out of left field and expand us in ways that move us forward into the next chapter of our life. So I love, love, love this energy. At the time, Saturn will be sextile this new moon. When the planets are having sex, they support the energy. And so we have Saturn, our tough love dad, saying, hey, we got to cut the self-sabotage. We got to cut the addictive habits. We got to cut things that prevent us from having this beautiful, indulgent, and pleasurable life of things that we truly value and truly enjoy. But we got to do the work to make the change. We got to create discipline and foundations that feel good, but we also have to have faith and hope and optimism because Saturn is in Pisces. So love this week. Amazing week for new beginnings, paths opening up to make our life feel more beautiful, which then moves us into the third week of May, which brings a lot of shifts, a lot of prosperity, a very lucky week for us. Buckle up because we literally have something going on almost every single day this week. So this might might be a little longer. So what's in the stars from May 12th until the 18th? We kick off the week on the 12th with the sun running into Uranus. This is at that lottery aspect. So the sun highlights, it heats up, it brings life, it brings vitality to something. And when it gets to the point in the sky where we had the lottery aspect on 4/20 last month, it is going to heat up what was coming into your life, into your experience around that time. Maybe there was a conversation where someone said, hey, I want to have you on a podcast, or hey, I know this job that's hiring, or hey, you moved some money into a new bank account or into an investment fund. There was something that came out of left field, an opportunity, something that felt good, felt prosperous, that could help you move forward and change your life. And maybe it hasn't moved anywhere yet. It hasn't manifested. It hasn't grown. Well, on the 12th, as the sun comes to 22 degrees of Taurus to that exact same point in the sky, it heats it up. It brings some life. It brings some forward momentum. It brings some potency to what can prosper from that lottery energy. So we love this. You get some more understanding and clarity of where you're meant to go and continue forward, specifically in that Taurus area of your life, depending on your birth chart. The next day, on the 13th, we have Mercury coming out of his post-shadow energy. He is done with retrograde season. He went forward in the month of March, went backwards in the month of April, and now he has moved forward the third and final time. And as of the 13th, he is in a brand new clear energy. We are done talking about it. We are done thinking about it. We are so over it. We've processed wounds as he landed on Chiron. We've had to rethink more beautiful thoughts as he interacted with Venus. We had the ecliptic energy, the fated, destined conversations and information that was brought to us, revelations, downloads, understandings, a lot of clarity. And now as of the 13th, we can move forward. We can have new conversations. We can sign new contracts. We can meet new people. We can launch new projects. It is green light go on the 13th. We love this energy. This could also be the day where you get that like final approval. You get the message or the email that says, oh, you get this job. Here's your reward. Sales and commerce, things like that finally move forward. People are buying from you again. You're able to market again. Things are green light go in communication and in our mind. Then 2 days later, on the 15th, Mercury is like, you know what? I am done in Aries. I have been here far too long. Let's go ahead and move on. And he moves into the energy of Taurus. We love this because, again, Taurus is feminine. It's ruled by Venus. And when our language and our mind and our thoughts and our communication and the way we socialize and network taps back into that feminine energy, we become soft. We become loving. We speak kind words. We speak things into existence that make our life feel more beautiful and pleasurable. We have conversations with more calmness. Taurus is, calming and grounding. We're being more practical. We're talking about things that make sense, right? Talking only about the things we want to manifest and not the Aries stuff where our mind is on fire and things are coming in all directions and we're being instinctual and impulsive and talking like a toddler under 7, specifically ourselves, right? Because Mercury was inward and retrograde. Now we have this forward momentum. It's going to feel so good. We're going to talk about Taurus topics like beauty and art and aesthetics and business and finances and money and Mother Nature and planting things and gardening and holistic healing and medicine. So a lot of these conversations and education coming up in society. Also, Taurus is a fixed energy. So once we have something, once we communicate, once we sign a contract, those things usually are long lasting. We anchor and plant it into our experience. So love this energy as we have Mercury moving through the energy of Taurus for the next 3 weeks. On the 16th, as Mercury enters into Taurus, he is going to have to answer to Pluto. He will do a square with Pluto. As all the planets who enter Taurus, they are in that square with Pluto, who is retrograde. And what does this mean? Well, remember, Pluto is transformation. It is change. It is the planet that says, hey, you got to let this go. You got to detox it. You got to cut it out if you want this new thing to grow and build. And we love that energy because as Mercury leaves Aries and this fiery toddler energy, that doesn't always feel beautiful in our mind. It doesn't feel beautiful in our relationships. So if we want to change, we have to change the way we think. We have to change the way we speak. We have to change our tone, our language, and the way in which we connect and converse and negotiate and move forward with our words. And so we are moving out of Mars ruled Aries into Venus ruled Taurus, masculine to the feminine. That switch is assisted and supported by Pluto, who's helping us break the habit and move into this softer, delicate way of communicating. But you do want to beware, because Pluto kind of reveals things. We could have secrets coming out. You don't want to snoop. You don't want to gossip. We don't want to go there if we don't have to, because that's not very feminine. Let the energy come to you. Your intuition will guide you on that one. On the 17th, like I mentioned, it is one of my favorite days of the month, because on this day, Venus conjuncts Uranus at that lottery aspect. So we had the sun who landed on the lottery aspect, heating up the opportunities, bringing more life to the opportunities we got back on 420. Now Venus comes and says, now we have to do something with it and make it beautiful. We have to make it pleasurable. We have to make sure it's what we value and what we want. And we have to formulate it energetically to be what we want for the future, that's long lasting, that feels safe and secure, that brings stability into our life. And that is making sure that what we're creating, the future we're moving into, feels beautiful, feels like heaven on earth. So this is an exciting day. Now Venus rules over all the things we love, right? Our money, our finances, our material possessions, our relationships. And Uranus brings shakeups, surprises, breakthroughs, revelations. So we could have some unexpected money landing on our lap today on the 17th. We could have love at first sight. It's that lightning kind of zing feeling when you meet somebody. So go on a date, go meet someone. You never know how it'll turn out. Also, this could be a day where you could get surprises in your romantic relationships. Your partner gifts you something. They bring home flowers. They tell you how they feel. They propose to you. Anything that you value might get this increase. So an increase in your stock value, increase in something that you're trying to sell. Beautiful day for that. It also rules beauty and aesthetics. So you could want to change your hair, buy a new wardrobe on this day. The possibilities are endless. We love this energy as we move through the 17th. Then we get to the 18th, where the sun now leaves Uranus and runs into Jupiter. Another magical, prosperous day where Jupiter says, I will expand, I will bring blessing, I will bring prosperity, I will bring luck on your side. And the sun says, heat it up. Bring life to that. We want more of that, right? Let's shed a spotlight onto things and expand them with some heat and volatility of the sun. So we love this energy. They're going to be conjunct at 28 degrees of Taurus. If you have any planets near that degree, yay for you, because that is an amazing, potent energy to be experiencing. Money could be lining up. There could be synchronicities. There could be something falling out of the sky into your lap that you did not expect, but Jupiter is blessing you before he leaves this area of the sky in just one more week. Chance opportunities, like you just never know, but it is going to be piggybacking off that lottery aspect. And as the month of May unfolds, this energy will become more clear to you. So an amazing week as we end the third week of May. Moving into the fourth week of May, this is where the energy shifts and things start to pivot. And we're kind of in the next phase and transition of our life, because the sun is leaving Taurus, moving into Gemini, moving from earth, grounding, practical. Hopefully we've gotten into routines, created some stability, made our life look and feel more beautiful, tapped into our sensory experiences, increased our relationships and our present moment awareness. And now we are moving into the air energy this week, where we are going to become more social and curious than ever, talking, connecting with others. A beautiful shift this week. So let's get into it. So what's in the stars from May 19th until the 25th? We are starting out on the 19th with Mars conjunct the North Node back in Aries. As Mars is moving on through, he's going to get to 14 degrees of Aries, running into the fated, destined North Star energy of Aries. This was activated around the time of the eclipse back on April 8th. And so now this is the time where we learn some lessons. We understood what is destined for us. During the month of April, lessons were coming up where we need to change our life, how we need to think different, my needs, my wants, my desires. Aries, I am. Now Mars in his home sign crosses the North Node and says, now we got to take action. We got the awareness, we got the lesson, it made sense. Now we have to do something about it. What is meant for you is waiting for you, but you have to act, you have to be bold, you have to be courageous. Now we need to find new ways of moving forward to get to the new destinations that we decided we want to get to. And the map has been rewritten and the X marks the spot is in a different location. And after the month of April, we've been finding ways to make our life more beautiful. We've been finding more clarity. And now this day we are acting, getting moving, being brave. Let's get going. Left lane, gas pedal. No more waiting because we have this potent energy. Then we get to the 20th and the sun moves into Gemini. Ooh, yes. Sun season of Gemini is powerful. It is potent. We now get in this energy of wanting to think, speak, communicate, network, socialize, go to all the events, meet new people, be lighthearted, be witty. It is the energy of the comedian. Go to a comedy show. That would be so amazing at this time. So what a beautiful week. We're going to feel busier than ever because it is the twins. So it's like, I want to go here and I want to go there. So I'm going to go to work, then I'm going to go to this event, then I'm going to go to that event. And then the next day I'm going to do it all over again. Be careful with overstimulation. This month is really filled with your nervous system being overwhelmed and your mind firing on all cylinders. So make sure you get the Gemini Astrology Tea Blend because the herbs in there will really support you this season. Those herbs help with brain focus and clarity, help with the nervous system, and definitely keep you going during this busy season. And just when we think the energy is wrapping up this week, it is not. We get it popping off, leaving the week with 3 major astro weather events. On the 23rd, we have a full moon in Sagittarius. This is a big, powerful ending where we get to release things that don't serve us, mainly around Sagittarius areas of our life, which is our belief systems, our philosophies, our mindset, the things that are holding us back, the things that are preventing us from being spontaneous and adventurous and getting out there in the world, out of our horizons and out of our comfort zones. So we got to cut that stuff away so we can have this new life that we're living. Also on that day, we have Jupiter at 29 degrees, the anaretic degree, moving into his final powerhouse moment before he leaves the energy of Taurus. And guess who runs into him at that anaretic degree? We have Venus. Venus and Jupiter meeting up on the 23rd, hanging out together until the 26th. This is the most beautiful day of the year. Anytime you have Venus and Jupiter coming conjunct, they are what we call the benefic planets. Venus rules over everything we love, relationships, finances, material possessions, our aesthetics, all the yummy things on planet Earth. And Jupiter is the expander, brings luck and blessing, prosperity and opportunity to the things that Venus rules. So you can imagine what that day is going to feel like. Big opportunity, luxurious day, sweet indulgence, go out on a date night, go to a beautiful restaurant, create a spa-like environment in your home, just soak it all up because this energy will also be sextile Neptune, and Neptune is the dreamer, rose-colored glasses, living in la la land, is Delulu AF, and so this could be the feeling of dreams are coming true. I've been waiting for this. I've been manifesting. I've had faith. I've believed, and I have now received all the goodness in life. So we love these days. And then on the 23rd as well, into the 24th, Venus says, you know what? We are done with my home sign. We are moving into the energy of Gemini. And this is where our relationships get yummy because now Venus is moving into a social sign, bringing back communication into our relationships, lightheartedness, wittiness, flirting. This is our opportunity to expand our relationships, meet multiple people, network and connect. If you are single, this is going to be a great season for you. If you are in a long-term committed relationship, this is a time to really get back to connecting with each other, sharing with each other, communicating better with each other, teaching each other things. A great time to go to conferences and workshops and networking meetings. It is just a beautiful, beautiful energy. We want to be careful during this season though, because Venus and the energy of Gemini is the twins. So there might be multiple decisions and wanting multiple things all at the same time. So be aware of that, but exciting energy to kind of wrap up this week. We could really want to be traveling to see people we love, using our words more to express love, showing love through language and letters and music. And learning a lot about relationships at this time, especially when Mercury gets here and our mind is in this area and Venus is here as well. And we're using communication and language to improve the things that we love. And then on the last day of this week, on the 25th, Jupiter makes his official transit also into the energy of Gemini following Venus. And Jupiter moving into this area will be here for an entire year, bringing blessing, prosperity, abundance, luck, goodness into the Gemini area of our life. This is going to be a very social time. This is going to be a time where we get to learn a lot about a lot. Communication overload, people becoming their gurus, their own mentors, their own tax accountants, their own doctors, like such a beautiful energy. I dive way more into the Jupiter and Gemini transit, energies that I predict, what we need to be aware of, the things I'm loving in regards to relationships for this energy, and your rising sign breakdown so you know where in your life this blessing might show up. So go ahead and check that out on my YouTube channel. moving into the 5th and final week of May with a brand new energy, lots of air energy as we get out of practical, grounded Taurus season after we've made life more beautiful. And now we are moving into a busy, busy social time. So what's in the stars from May 26th as we wrap up the month to the 31st? Start out the week with Mars crossing over 19 degrees of Aries. That was the point in the sky where we had that potent new moon total solar eclipse back on April 8th. And so what was coming up around the time of the eclipse? Mars is saying, again, we need to take action. We need to solve this problem. We need to move forward. We learned the lesson. We saw what was coming at us, and it's time to get going. So big, big energy here. This is where we have a lot of clarity for our path. The map, the description is printed out where we need to go and how we need to get there. If things haven't changed for you, if you haven't taken action by now on what came up in April, it is definitely happening for you by the end of May. Then on the 29th, Mercury will run into the energy of Uranus at 22 degrees. Again, that lottery aspect. So our mind is on the blessings, the opportunities. We're having conversation to people and with people around those opportunities that maybe came up. It's the good news you've been waiting for. It's that final conversation that gives you the green light to move forward. It is the direction of what you are wanting to do and accomplish in the next chapter of your life with ease and abundance, and it comes sudden and unexpectedly. Wild energy. Anytime Mercury runs into Uranus, there might be shocking information. There might be rebellion. People are dropping bombs on you from left field of what they want to do and how they want to move into their future. Someone quits, someone breaks up with you, someone tells you they love you, just news coming out of left field. So be aware on this day. Also on the 29th, Mars runs into Chiron. So that is healing our wounds. We get this information. We don't react how we used to react. We have this unexpected conversation and we have healing that happens with that conversation. We act in a different way that feels better, that creates the new version of us that we want to be in our future, that brings more beauty and pleasure into our life. And that is how we are wrapping up the month of May. What a month. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me. If you had your calendars, let me know in the description box below if you have any major events going on in the month of May and if any of these are impacting you and how you're planning to navigate that energy. So we're really just going to wrap up this video now. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for taking the time, for navigating all the cosmic weather with me. I really appreciate you guys being here. Make sure, again, you like, subscribe, share this video with someone you think would be interested in astrology and also how to improve their relationships by understanding the cosmic weather. If you are curious or interested in getting a one-on-one reading with me, I would love nothing more than to dive into your soul's blueprint, help you understand maybe the energy of May and how it's impacting you, maybe doing a solar return reading for your birthday, doing an astro forecast reading, or even a relationship compatibility reading. You can find all the information and my prices in the description box below. And with all of that, let's go ahead, get into the rising sign breakdown, helping you understand what you can look forward to in the month of May based on your rising sign. Aries risings, you have 3 major areas of your life that are being impacted in the month of May. So let's go through it. First of all, your first house of Aries, we are still dealing with Mars moving through the energy where the eclipses came and rocked you. And Mars is your ruling planet. So as he's moving through Aries, his home sign, he's going to be in his full power, really helping you take action to all those things that came up last month, to really move forward with them in a powerful way where you're being more bold and brave and courageous. Maybe different things came up around your identity, who you want to be, how you want to be seen in the world. Maybe you had some epiphanies in the month of April around your physical body that you need to take care of. Just some shifts and changes in your overall well-being. And now Mars is coming in the month of May saying we got to take some action. We got to change some things. I could see you maybe cutting your hair, updating your wardrobe, getting back into exercise or physical activity, maybe changing your social media platforms because your identity is shifting, your avatar is shifting. So you're getting forward and moving the way in which people are seeing you during this season. And that is ultimately impacting your relationships because as you're changing your identity, it is going to be changing the way in which people see you and relate to you. Now, the Taurus area of your life, your second house, the area of money, finances, material possessions, this is the area of life in May that you are getting these upgrades, that you are making more beautiful at that new moon in Taurus. The lottery aspect happened here here for you. So maybe you got an opportunity for a new job, a higher income stream, a second opportunity to invest in something. Maybe you had an opportunity to buy a new car or material possession that you've been wanting. If you haven't yet, you still have time in the month of May to get some of this goodness in your second house. The new moon in Taurus on May 7th is going to open up new possibilities, new beginnings, new fresh energy around your finances, your budget, your job, material possessions. And so lots of goodness. I love that new moon. It's my favorite one of the year. So may it bring you lots of new energy into your second house space. And then we have the Gemini area of your chart, your third house. This is where Jupiter will enter on the 25th of May, bringing an entire year of expansion, growth, blessing, prosperity, and opportunity to the third house, which is the house of your mind, socializing, networking, learning. It's going to be a great time for you if you're in sales and marketing to get out there. If you want to become a teacher or mentor in some topic or niche, this will be a great year for you to be able to do that, launch a podcast, write a book, all of those things. You're also going to have Mercury and Venus entering into this area of the sky, helping you make it more beautiful, making your book more beautiful, using your words and your thoughts to share messages and information. Your mind will really be able to absorb knowledge and wisdom very quickly during that season. So these three areas of your life are all being impacted in the month of May. So lots of changes, lots of good things happening for you. So I'm going to send you so much love and light. Let me know if you have any planets in your chart in Aries, Taurus, or Gemini that are being impacted this month. If you need more help or want to understand better how to use the sun seasons based on your unique chart, I would love to dive in a one-on-one session with you. I now offer mini readings, 30-minute readings. You can find the information in the description box below. And I'm going to send you so much love and light as you navigate the month of May, and I will catch you in the next video. Taurus risings, what a month for you. You had the lottery aspect back in April, opening up possibilities in your identity. You were the rising sign that most likely was able to manifest opportunities in any single area of your life, as the first house rules the self. Now this month, we have three different areas of your chart that are being activated all at the same time. We have the Aries part of your chart, your 12th house, where Mars is transiting through, wrapping up all the energy we're feeling and experiencing in the month of April. So where you had some twists and shifts and unexpected things that you have to now focus energy on in the new chapter of your life, Mars is going to help you take action around those. And what those could be with the 12th house is your mindset, your limiting beliefs, self-sabotaging, negative habits and behaviors that you're needing to cut away, working on emotional regulation, healing some trauma of sorts. These could have all come up to the surface. These are things you like to keep hidden. Also, your spiritual practices and spiritual beliefs, your energetic body, like your chakras and your nervous system. All of these things could have come up or been disrupted or needed attention in April. And now Mars is coming in to help you take action, to move forward, to bring some healing, to bring some clarity. So you can expect that in the month of May. Now, also the Taurus area of your chart, of course, your first house is where that lottery aspect happened. For the first half of May, you are going to get a lot more opportunities to intensify the luck and blessings to you. You are honestly magnetic at this time. The new moon in Taurus is your new moon of the year. So not only is it my favorite new moon of the year, but it is the one that represents your personal new beginning. As we are in Taurus sun season, this is the beginning of your chart. This is an opportunity for you to really create a brand new energy around your identity, your avatar, how you're seen in the world. So people really will be looking at you with favorable eyes through the first half of May. And your ruling planet is Venus. So of course, Venus is helping you make life more beautiful at all times. But this month, she's starting out in Taurus, her home sign, your first house. This is truly bringing people into your life to see you in a very beautiful, favorable way, updating your wardrobe, getting your hair done, putting your makeup on, like all these things to make your avatar and for you to be seen so beautiful will be really beneficial to you. And then when she moves into Gemini, this is your ruling planet who attracts and brings beauty and feminine energy to you in your income sector. So this is gonna be a beautiful, beautiful time for you to attract a lot of money into your world through that transit. And then as the planets move one by one out of Taurus into the energy of Gemini, they will be moving into your financial sector, your second house. Jupiter moving there on the 25th brings so many blessings and opportunities to expand and grow your income sector. This could be through another job. This could be a second job. Of course, it is ruled by Gemini, the twins. This could be around material possessions that you're looking to acquire. This energy of Jupiter being here will last an entire year. And make sure you look at my Jupiter and Gemini video and listen for your rising sign, because we break down what financial abundance could happen for you in the next upcoming year. Venus will also enter there, helping you make it feel more beautiful, more pleasurable, bringing more luxurious items, helping you upgrade and up level this area of your life. So lots of beautiful energy for you, really focusing on the people in your life that help you feel beautiful, that are magnetized to you, that you are attracting in because of your own beauty. My Taurus risings, you have that going for you, and people that are in support of you financially. So get out there, network, connect, because you never know who you might meet and that may bring money to you. Let me know if you have any planets in your chart in Aries, Taurus, or Gemini that are being impacted this month. If you need more help or want to understand better how to use the sun seasons based on your unique chart, I would love to dive in a one-on-one session with you. I now offer mini readings, 30-minute readings. You can find the information in the description box below, and I'm going to send you so much love and light as you navigate the month of May, and I will catch you in the next video. Gemini risings, as we move into the month of May, you have three major areas of your chart that are being impacted this month. The first one being Aries, which is in your 11th house. This is where Mars is transiting through in his full power, helping you take action, move forward from the things that came up last month during the eclipses in Mercury's retrograde. And so there was a lot of things possibly that came up that you realized you needed to change around your friendship circles, the people you connect with, the people you align with. This could also be some new future goals or plans or dreams that you kind of came to clarity with that Mercury retrograde. You now have a new vision for your future, what you want, what you desire. And so there's a lot of shifts going on in your 11th house as Mars helps you take action, get in the left lane, and move forward. Then the Taurus area of your chart, where that lottery aspect happened, is your 12th house. And so you, my Gemini risings, we're the ones most likely to get an epiphany, a download of $1 million idea, a new concept that was birthed to you behind the scenes, something you now need to work on, to create, to bring to life, as Jupiter is moving out of your 12th house, where he's expanded you, helped you with your spiritual gifts, tap to the divine, open up your intuitive capabilities, also help you align your chakras, your emotional systems. All of this has been going on for you. And now, as we move to the end of May and Jupiter moves out of your 12th house into your first house, this is a huge shift. This is beginning a new cycle, because anytime a planet moves from our 12th house, the final house, it wraps things up. Cycles are ending, karma is breaking, and it's starting over at 1. Ourselves. It is like the energy we are birthed into Earth school with is our first house. And so now Jupiter moving into Gemini on the 25th of May for an entire year will magnetize people to you. Jupiter attracts, expands, and brings prosperity and luck. And this is your avatar. This is your physical body. This is your vehicle you drive around Earth school with. This is a beautiful, beautiful energy for you, Gemini risings. You're going to have Venus also moving into this area of the sky, along with the sun, along with your ruling planet Mercury. So a lot of attention on you upcoming in the end of May and moving into June. The new moon in Gemini happening in June is going to be your new moon of the year for a new beginning. So make sure you stay tuned to check out the new moon in Gemini video. That is going to be a big, powerful new energy welcoming in all this potency around you, yourself, and how you are seen in the world, and getting on a big stage and platform to teach and educate. And your ruling planet Mercury, who is currently in Aries at the beginning of the month, is helping you wrap up conversations with friendships, with people in your community, with meeting new people, and helping you really speak about and connect and find information about the future that you want to move into. And then when he moves into Taurus during the middle of the month, that's when your mind is going to now move to those projects, those downloads, those inspirations you received with the lottery aspect, allowing you to find more data, more information, collect ways in which you are going to take this $1 million idea, this intuitive hit, this download you received, and bring it to life. So big, powerful, potent energy. Your mind is also going to be very connected to the spiritual realms during this transit. So really tapping in to your emotional body, your higher self. Praying is going to be huge for you. Meditating is going to be huge for you as Mercury moves through the energy of Taurus in your 12th house. And that starts on the 15th of the month, going through the end of May. When he gets to Gemini in June, then Mercury, your ruling planet, comes into the first house. And that is really the time where anything you say is going to magnetize people to you, and they're really going to see you as a mentor and a teacher. So be prepared for that. It's super exciting energy. So I'm going to send you a lot of love and light for the month of May. May all these good things come to you. You will be magnetic AF in the upcoming year. So let me know in the comments below, do you have any planets in Gemini, as Jupiter is going to bump and hit them, expand them, and grow you over the upcoming year? I would love to know. And if you desire a one-on-one session, we can do a mini 30-minute reading where I can help guide you to navigate not only the month of May, but also the upcoming astro weather as we move into the summer. If you're curious or interested, just head to the description box below. You can sign up on my calendar, and I will see you in the next video. Cancer risings, we have three major areas of your chart that are being impacted in the month of May. So let's go through them. We have the Aries area of your chart, which is your 10th house, being impacted by Mars. Mars is now crossing over all the areas that were hit for you back in April with the eclipse, with the Mercury retrograde, all that potent energy around your career life, your 10th house, your purpose, your legacy, the mission you have, the title that you're known for, and how you're respected in the world. Maybe you have gotten a new job opportunity. Maybe you've changed things in your career. All these fated, new, destined things that happen around the eclipses, epiphanies, and changes you desire. Mars in the month of May is going to help you take action, move forward, hit the gas pedal in the left lane, and get going, taking action, being brave. Maybe it's asking for that raise. Maybe it's quitting your job and starting the new one. Maybe if you're an entrepreneur, launching in a new industry with a new title. Lots of big things in the month of May. Now we have the Taurus area of your chart, your 11th house, where that lottery aspect happened back on 4/20, expanding even more this month. With the anaretic degree being activated, with the sun coming in conjunction with Uranus and Jupiter, with Venus in her home sign now, all activating the 11th house, which is your area of friendship, community, and tribe. So really finding luck and opportunities by getting out there, networking, meeting new people, going out with friends, finding the people who are like-minded to you. All of these could lead to your future, because the 11th house also rules over our future dreams, wishes, and desires. So you have access right now to the future goals for your dreams to accomplish your vision board, with Jupiter wrapping up his journey here where he's been for the last year. This is a really super exciting energy for you as we move through the middle of May. Now, when we get to the end of May, you're going to have a lot of activations in the Gemini area of your chart. This is your 12th house. So your 12th house is the house of behind the scene things, projects you're working on that you haven't launched yet, things you need to heal. It deals a lot with our mental health, our emotional health, our energetic health, our spiritual beliefs and practices. Now Jupiter is coming in to expand that for you. This is going to be a very intuitive time for you where you could get a lot of downloads and messages through meditation, through prayer, expanding your spiritual and psychic gifts. Beautiful, prosperous energy as Jupiter moves into Gemini. Go watch my Jupiter and Gemini video. Go to the rising sign for you, and you will see some of the things that you can look forward to during this transit. Big, big, exciting energy. And also when we get to the new moon in Gemini, because the moon is your ruling planet, when we get to June, that will be a big, absolute new beginning for spiritual gifts and spiritual practices to open up around that time. So lots of good, exciting energy for you. Now, I want you to pay attention, since you are ruled by the moon, to the new moon in Taurus on May 7th. That will be a big new beginning in your friendship circle. So get out and meet new people if you have new intentions to connect and network with a new industry, a new group. That will be a big, exciting time to call in that abundance and to set intentions to meet new friends. And then also the full moon in Sagittarius. That is on May 23rd. That is going to be a full moon that activates your 6th house, which is your house of health and healing. And so maybe there's some habits you have to let go of, some routines that aren't working, a diet that just isn't meant for you. So there's some things you have to let go that is sabotaging your physical well-being as we have Jupiter and all the planets moving into Gemini, your 12th house, helping you end karmic cycles and improve your mental health, your emotional health, and your spiritual health. So it's going to be a health focused end of the month for you, my Cancer risings. Let me know if you have any planets in your chart in Aries, Taurus, or Gemini that are being impacted this month. If you need more help or want to understand better how to use the sun seasons based on your unique chart, I would love to dive in a one-on-one session with you. I now offer mini readings, 30-minute readings. You can find the information in the description box below, and I'm going to send you so much love and light as you navigate the month of May, and I will catch you in the next video. Leo risings, we have three major areas of your chart that are being impacted this month: the Aries area of your chart, which is your 9th house, Taurus, your 10th house, and Gemini, your 11th house. So let's break that down. Mars is moving through your 9th house. This is wrapping up and helping you take action to the information that you received around the eclipses. What was coming up? What was being highlighted for you? How are you needing to move forward in your life and focus your energy and attention on? Did you realize that you want to go travel somewhere? Did you change your belief systems or your philosophy? Did you have an epiphany and seeing the world differently? Some information came in that you're like, I can't unthink that. I can't unlearn that. Are you wanting now to accomplish something on your bucket list, move forward, to expand yourself, to get out of your comfort zone, to learn something new, to gain a mentor of sorts? Mars is going to help you get in the left lane, hit the gas pedal, and move forward this month on the things that came up in the month of April. Now, the lottery aspect happened for you in your 10th house. So this is the area of life right now where you're receiving some blessing, expansion, growth, and prosperity. Now, we have that new moon that's happening on May 7th in your career house. This could be a time where you really expand your career. This could be a time where you get a new opportunity to change jobs, to get a promotion, to change industries. There's going to be this energy of abundance and magnetism and attraction and making your career life more beautiful as we start out the month of May. Big, powerful new energy. And then we're going to have some of the planets shifting out of your career house and moving into your 11th house. On the 25th of May, Jupiter will leave your career sector where he's blessed you and expanded you and grown you over the last year and move now into your friendship and community and tribe, opening up the possibility for you to meet new people. This is going to be a very social time for you from May 25th of 2024 all the way until June 9th of 2025. As Gemini rules your social groups, you're normally a person that has many different friendship groups, that's very busy, very social. You can be seen as the social butterfly, and now Jupiter is coming here to expand your tribe and your community even more. We're also going to have Venus entering this area of the sky that's going to help magnetize and attract people to you, making your life more beautiful, finding friends that are more aligned with you. And of course, don't forget, my Leo risings, you are ruled by the sun. So sun seasons are very important for you to follow. So wherever the sun is in the sky, in your birth chart, currently it is highlighting and shedding a spotlight on that area of life for you to focus and pay attention to. So as we move into the month of May, the sun is going to shine a spotlight on your 10th house of Taurus. So making sure you're really focusing on your career, on the opportunities at work, really putting in the extra hours, heating up this area of your life. If you're wanting a new job, applying for new jobs, it's going to be more favorable for you during this season. But then when the sun moves into Gemini on May 20th, now the spotlight is shifted and focused on your friendship group. So that is the season where you're going to want to go out and meet new friends. Put plans in your calendar to connect with old friends, meet up with new social groups. So it's going to be a big, energetic, busy season for you. When we get to Gemini sun season, just remember, you're ruled by the sun, whatever sun season it is. Make sure you do the bucket list. You are the rising sign. That is so important to follow those bucket lists and add them in your calendar, because the energy you feel inside with your sun is wanting to align with the energy of the sun in the sky, in the cosmos now. If you need more help or want to understand better how to use the sun seasons based on your unique chart, I would love to dive in a one-on-one session with you. I now offer mini readings, 30-minute readings. You can find the information in the description box below, and I'm going to send you so much love and light as you navigate the month of May, and I will catch you in the next video. Virgo risings, we have three major areas of your chart that are being impacted in the month of May. We have Aries in your 8th house. This is their taboo spaces. This is where the eclipses have rocked you, brought things to the surfaces. Maybe you had some destined and fated new beginnings around your intimate life, your sex life, your finances, debts, loans, inheritances, taxes. All of these things were very activated for you in the month of April. So what came up? What now needs to be taken action on? And now Mars is here and he's going to help you move forward. Get in the left lane, do something, make decisions. So maybe it was money that you lost in the stock market and now you're needing to redisperse your money and reinvest in something new. Maybe you met a new partner and you're wanting to get more intimate with them and go a little bit deeper. Mars is going to help you find that passion and intensity to be brave and courageous, to share yourself with that person. Maybe there was something that came up around your partner's finances or someone you're tied to financially, and now you're having to sort through that and see what that means for your joint finances. Or like I said, maybe you took on a loan or a debt or something, and now you're having to take action on rebudgeting your money. So we are wrapping that up this month. Now, also, we have the Taurus area of your life, which is your ninth house, where we had that lottery aspect. Some blessings, some opportunities, something came out of left field, and your ninth house is about travel, life experiences, going on a retreat, checking something off your bucket list, expanding your horizons, being adventurous and brave and spontaneous. And so maybe something came up all of a sudden out of the blue that you're like, oh my God, yes, I'm going to do this. Let's see what happens, right? That energy of fuck around and find out, that happened around the lottery aspect. Now, in the month of May, we have that potentizing. Now is the time for you to set new intentions with the new moon in Taurus on the 7th that is going to help you expand and open up those opportunities, to be brave, to be more spontaneous, to welcome in all the opportunities, to check those things off your bucket list, to travel and go to foreign lands and do new things in a different way that you've been wanting to do for such a long time. We love this energy for you. And then we have your 10th house being activated now at the end of May, with Jupiter moving into Gemini, along with Venus and the Sun, and upcoming your ruling planet Mercury. And this is your career house. So Jupiter has blessed you and expanded you, helped you get out of your comfort zone. And now on the 25th of May, Jupiter is coming to your career house. We love this, a transit that happens once every 12 years, a beautiful visitation where now Jupiter will expand, bless, and bring opportunities to your career, helping you maybe get a promotion, change industries, be seen favorable at work. Lots of goodness coming up with this. Now remember, Mercury is your ruling planet. And so whatever Mercury is up to, whatever area of the sky he is, he's going to help you think clearer and find information. And so as we start out May, he is still in Aries, wrapping up his retrograde. So you've been thinking a lot about these taboo spaces of your life. This could be your psychological fears and traumas, again, your intimate life, your sex life, your debts, your taxes, your inheritances, your joint finances, people that owe you money. Your mind has been on all those things. But when we get to the 15th of May, your ruling planet moves into Taurus, your ninth house. So now you are changing your belief systems, your philosophies, you're learning new things, you're going out of your comfort zone to experience other lands and foreign cultures. You are thinking a lot about what you want to do in life, how to be more brave and bold and spontaneous. You're thinking about travel. You're thinking about going on retreats. So what a beautiful ending to May for you, my Virgo risings. So let me know if you have any planets in your chart in Aries, Taurus, or Gemini that are being impacted this month. If you need more help or want to understand better how to use the sun seasons based on your unique chart, I would love to dive in a one-on-one session with you. I now offer mini readings, 30-minute readings. You can find the information in the description box below. And I'm going to send you so much love and light as you navigate the month of May, and I will catch you in the next video. Libra risings, we have 3 major areas of your chart that are impacted in the month of May, so let's break them down. First of all, we have Aries in your 7th house, your relationship house, being impacted by Mars. So everything that came up last month during the eclipses around your relationships, Mercury's retrograde, conversations that needed healing in relationships, is being action-oriented this month. We are moving forward. We are making decisions. Is that person for us? Or are they not for us? Are they going to change? Do we need to change? Do we need to go meet new people and find new partnerships? Mars is moving through your relationship house this month in his full power, helping to act, make decisions, and move forward once and for all. Left lane, gas pedal, let's do the thing in our relationships this month. Then we had the lottery aspect last month that activated your 8th house. You were the rising sign of all people most likely to actually hit the lottery with Uranus and Jupiter conjunct in Taurus in your 8th house. Now this month, at the beginning of May until about middle of May, this is going to be even more potentized. So maybe starting out May, you don't feel like you've hit the lottery. You don't feel like there was blessing. There's still time and there's still opportunity. We have the new moon in Taurus on May 7th that brings new energy, new beginnings, new fresh starts. to the 8th house area of your life. This is the area of life that rules joint finances, your partner's money, people investing in you, the stock market, inheritances, random windfalls of money, checks showing up out of nowhere. This new moon in Taurus is my favorite new moon and is bringing a lot of prosperity, luck, and abundance to you around that time. Your ruling planet is Venus. And Venus is in her home sign of Taurus, bringing beautiful energy, magnetizing energy into your 8th house. So really, this is a beautiful beginning of the month where you literally could be attracting money. Money is falling out of the sky for you. It is Taurus sun season. We love this energy. Then the third area of your chart that's being impacted this month is the Gemini area. This is your 9th house. We will have Jupiter ending his blessings in your 8th house. It's been a hopefully good year for you financially, or a good year to improve your sex life, your intimate life. Jupiter may have expanded you and helped you dive deep into some of your fears or psychological trauma, and that energy will be wrapping up on the 25th as he now moves into Gemini, blessing your 9th house. This brings beautiful, expansive possibilities to travel opportunities, to getting out of your comfort zone, to checking things off your bucket list. We love this energy. Jupiter will be here for an entire year until June 9th of next year. And also at the end of the month, we're going to have the sun season of Gemini kicking off. So bringing heat and life and vitality. This can help you expand your mind, find a mentor, meet new people that get you out of your comfort zone, that take you on adventures. A beautiful chance for you to really just change your perspective in life by literally expanding your horizons. So we love this ending of May for you. Venus, your ruling planet, will also move into the energy of Gemini on the 23rd of this month. She will be going in with Jupiter at the same time. So a beautiful energy where Venus is going to bless the 9th house area of your life. So travel opportunities, say yes. It is time to go on the adventure of a lifetime. Let me know if you have any planets in your chart in Aries, Taurus, or Gemini that are being impacted this month. If you need more help or want to understand better how to use the sun seasons based on your unique chart, I would love to dive in a one-on-one session with you. I now offer mini readings, 30-minute readings. You can find the information in the description box below. And I'm going to send you so much love and light as you navigate the month of May, and I will catch you in the next video. Scorpio Risings, you know I feel you as a fellow Scorpio Rising. We had 3 main areas of our chart that were being impacted this month, so let's get into it. The first one being our ruling planet in the zodiac energy of Aries, activating our 6th house. In the month of April, we went through it with our health. There were maybe revelations, physical ailments, things that were being brought up during the eclipse that were knocking us out and giving us the message and the lesson of, hey, it's time for you to focus on your overall well-being. It is time to have habits and daily practices that support your wellness, getting back into a supplement routine, a healthy diet, saying no, creating boundaries, and prioritizing yourself. All of those things may have come up in April, and now Mars is moving through this month, our ruling planet, saying, hey, now we got to act. Now we got the information from the Mercury retrograde. We got the lesson from the eclipse. We now have to do something differently. We now have to decide. We now have to take action. So this entire month, there's some healing that can come up with Mars running into Chiron, some old wounds. There could be an autoimmune condition or chronic health condition that literally goes into remission with this energy because you've changed and you've learned lessons and you've adapted new routines into your life. So our ruling planet is definitely making some move and changing some things around our health this month. The second area of life that's being very impacted for us is our relationship sector. We had the lottery aspect in our 7th house, bringing opportunities for new relationships, new partnerships, new collaborations. They could have come out of left field. And now in the month of May, we are moving into the first half of the month with Venus being here, making it more beautiful, making it more pleasurable. Relationships you've had for a long time kind of expanding and growing and being more abundant, getting engaged, getting married, taking it to the next level. We're also going to have this energy of the sun season heating up relationships. So if you're single, you could potentially meet your person. Now, if you didn't feel like you hit the lottery in relationships back in April on 4/20, don't worry, that new moon in Taurus is very potent and powerful for you to set new intentions and create new energy around relationships. So I see a lot of goodness coming from that energy. And then as we end the month of May, we are shifting our energy and our focus into our 8th house, the Gemini ruled area. As Jupiter leaves our relationship sector where he's blessed us for the last year, and on the 25th, he's moving into the 8th house. We love this energy because Jupiter expands, brings blessing, luck, and opportunities, and the 8th house is money. It is joint finances. Is your partner's money may get an upgrade. Might be people that are investing in you. If you invest in the stock market or have different assets or resources, Jupiter could come and bless them. If you have debts or loans or taxes that you have to pay, you could get a lucky break during this upcoming year. I purchased my vehicle 12 years ago during this transit. I still have her today. She's been so good to me. And so now after 12 years, I'm ready to purchase a new vehicle in the upcoming year. And I'm excited for this alignment to come back because Jupiter enters our 8th house once every 12 years, and it blesses and favors taxes, debts, inheritances, loans, and things like that. Also a beautiful energy as Venus comes into this area of the sky as well to improve our sex life, our intimate life, those deeper spaces that you go to when you are connected to other people, to heal some psychological trauma. There could be some miraculous healings in your life if you're needing that spiritually, mentally, physically, energetically. So beautiful, beautiful energy, Scorpio risings. Now remember, our other ruling planet is Pluto, and Pluto is going retrograde this month, and he's retrograding in our 4th house of home and family. So we just got a little taste and a preview of that energy, but we are going to have to go back and revisit some of the things in our 3rd house. So learning new things, expanding our mind, maybe starting a podcast or a blog that we've been wanting to do for a long time. Jupiter is going to go back and revisit that and give us a chance to change some things that were left unchanged. So lots of exciting things for you, Scorpio rising. Let me know if you have any planets in your chart in Aries, Taurus, or Gemini that are being impacted this month. If you need more help or want to understand better how to use the sun seasons based on your unique chart, I would love to dive in a one-on-one session with you. I now offer mini readings, 30-minute readings. You can find the information in the description box below, and I'm going to send you so much love and light as you navigate the month of May, and I will catch you in the next video. Sagittarius risings, this month of May is hitting 3 major areas of your chart. We are talking about your 5th house of Aries, your 6th house of Taurus, and your 7th house of relationships, which is going to be the area of your life that is going to have some beautiful, potent, magnetic energy by the time we get to the end of May. So let's back up. Let's start out with the Aries area of your life, your 5th house, where Mars is in his home sign, activating this piece of you and also helping you go over the things that came up for you in the month of April. We had the eclipses in your 5th house, we had Mercury retrograde in your 5th house, and now Mars is showing up and saying, hey, what we learned, what we experienced, we now have to make a decision. We now have to act, and we now have to move forward. Your 5th house deals with what brings you joy. So do you need to start a new hobby? Do you want to go back to doing something you loved to do when you were a child because this rules your inner child? Was there a creative or passion project you wanted to start that came up around the time of the eclipses? Now we have to act and make a decision and move forward. Also, this is the house of children. So maybe things came up with your children at this time, and now we're having to do something and enact something in our lives with our children. So big potent energy in your 5th house. Now the lottery aspect last month with Jupiter and Uranus was very important for you because as a Sagittarius rising, your ruling planet is Jupiter. So whatever Jupiter is up to is going to impact you more. So that lottery aspect brought blessing and prosperity and abundance out of left field. And this activates your 6th house. Your 6th house is your area of health and wellness. And so it could feel like out of the blue, you found a doctor that gives you clarity, that helps you get on the right path. Maybe you found out a supplement plan or a diet or something out of the blue came into your awareness, and now it's going to help you for the future up level your health to improve your health in some big way, expand your knowledge and your wisdom in this area. Or it could also be around your work life because the 6th house also deals with our day-to-day tasks in our work life. So maybe you got an opportunity at work, a promotion at work, a change at work, something unexpectedly happened at work that feels lucky and abundant, and it's a blessing. Now this month in May, we are going to really potentize that even more. We have the new moon in Taurus here on May 7th. So if you don't feel like you hit the lottery with your health, don't worry, that energy is still carrying over into May. And that new moon in Taurus is a beautiful time for you to set a new intention around your habits, your routines, your overall wellness and physical health, so you can have a more beautiful, pleasurable, and abundant life. Then we get to the middle of the month and we have your ruling planet moving into the energy of Gemini. That happens on the 25th, and he will now bless the Gemini area of your life, which is your seventh house of relationships. We love this energy because when Jupiter visits our seventh house, relationships can be expanded. They can be magnetized. You can meet a new person. You can meet your forever person. If you have Jupiter in Gemini in your natal chart, this is a time you can meet a very fated and destined soulmate. So we love this energy for expansion of all relationships in your life in the upcoming year as your ruling planet is visiting here. So beautiful ending of the month for you. I'm going to send you so much love and light. Venus is going to come bless your seventh house as well. So existing relationships could feel more beautiful, more pleasurable. Starting new relationships, a beautiful, beautiful energy for the month of May for you. Let me know if you have any planets in your chart in Aries, Taurus, or Gemini that are being impacted this month. If you need more help or want to understand better how to use the sun seasons based on your unique chart, I would love to dive in a one-on-one session with you. I now offer mini readings, 30-minute readings. You can find the information in the description box below, and I'm going to send you so much love and light as you navigate the month of May, and I will catch you in the next video. Capricorn risings, we have three major areas in your chart that are being impacted in the month of May. So let's go ahead and break them down, starting out with Aries being in your fourth house. This is the area of life where we had the eclipses last month, Mercury retrograding, and now Mars is coming in to take action, help you move forward, help you make decisions. That came up during the time of the eclipses. So maybe you had a fated opportunity to move homes, change homes. Something came up around your property or real estate, maybe something with your family, something unexpected. What was going on in April around your home and family life? Because now Mars in the month of May is helping you take action, helping you move forward, helping you make decisions, and bringing clarity to that. So a big, beautiful, busy month around home. So you might be packing up and moving, looking for another home. All of these things are possible. Now, we had the lottery aspect in your sixth house. That was back on 4/20 in April. And now this month, that energy is still magnetizing. It's becoming even more potent. So as we see May kicking off, we have the sun season of Taurus. We've got Venus in our home sign of Taurus, and we're leading up to the new moon, the energy of new beginnings and new fresh starts around your fifth house. This is our romance house. This is the house of dating. It is the house of fun and joy, tapping into your inner child, going on date nights, going to concerts, having hobbies, playing games, creative and passion projects. Things that literally just light you up are really being potentized at this time. So this is a new moon where you could really go on new dates. If you are in a relationship, really starting out dating each other again. If you are single, like get out there and mingle. Also, this rules over your children. So maybe there's something very lucky or blessed or prosperous that happened with your children at this time. So beautiful energy as we move through the first half of May. Then when we get to the middle and the end of May, a lot of this energy shifts over into your sixth house as Jupiter moves into this health and wellness space for you. So on the 25th of May, all the way until June 6th of next year, Jupiter will help you expand and bless and bring opportunities to your physical well-being, your day-to-day tasks, and your work life. And so this is beautiful if you're needing some healing, you're needing some resources to meet a new doctor, to start a new supplement routine. Beautiful energy. Venus will join him, so she will help your habits, your routines, your overall wellness feel more beautiful, feel more pleasurable. And the sun will also heat this area of life up for you. So maybe a very busy ending of the month around your health and wellness. And remember, your ruling planet is Saturn. Saturn is still in Pisces. This is your third house. So you're learning a lot and expanding around your spiritual practices, your spiritual beliefs. You are learning about astrology and tarot and crystals and things like that might be very interesting for you at this time. Making sure you have a strong, solid foundation in your mental health is going to be important as we're gearing up for your ruling planet Saturn to go retrograde at the end of June, but that's a topic for another video. Just wanted you to know that because Saturn retrogrades are times where you really have to step up to the plate, do the work, be responsible. So make sure you know where Saturn falls in your chart and what lessons you're trying to learn at this time. If you need more help or guidance on a one-on-one session, I am happy to jump in with you. I now offer mini readings and would love to dive in either through the month of May or even the astro forecast coming up. Any way that I can help you, let me know. You can find the information in the description box below. I'm going to send you so much love and light as we navigate the month of May, and I will catch you in the next video. Aquarius Risings, we have three major areas of your chart that are being activated this month. So let's go ahead and get into it. Aries area of your chart rules your third house. This is where Mars has returned home to and is now taking action after the month of April, where we were activated with the eclipses, Mercury retrograde, and many other transits lighting up your third house. So what does this mean? Well, Mars comes in to take action to help you move forward. And your third house is about speaking, expressing, communicating, learning, connecting with people. And so maybe the eclipses brought up something you need to share, something you need to teach, starting a new podcast or a blog or write a book. And now you're like, I got to take action. I got to do this. I've been waiting far too long. This is my destiny. This is my path. Mercury retrograde has allowed you to reflect and go back over old thoughts, old contracts, old communication, bringing clarity of what you need to teach, express, communicate, or speak as we move forward through the month of May. Then we also have your fourth house of home and family, the Taurus area of your life being activated this month as we move into the month of May. The lottery aspect maybe brought fated, blessed opportunities, unexpected things into your home life, into your family life. Maybe you had a sudden breakthrough or unexpected offer on your house. Maybe you all of a sudden see a new house that you want to move into. There is this prosperous, beautiful energy around creating a new life, a new beautiful energy in your home, in your family. And now this month, that energy is going to become even more magnetic as we have the new moon in Taurus. So if you want to set intentions around moving home, building home, DIYing your home, creating a new family, whatever you want to do in that home and family area of life, that new moon in Taurus is a beautiful time to do that. And then as we move through the end of May, the energy shifts into your fifth house. The fifth house is the Gemini ruled area of your life. As Jupiter moves on the 25th of May into your fifth house, this is going to be a year all the way until June 9th of next year, where you can expand and grow in your creative projects, in your passion projects, in things that bring you joy and are fun, starting new hobbies, going to more concerts, doing things that are just playful, tapping into your inner child. If you are single and you want to go on dates, Jupiter here brings a lot of romantic opportunities. If you're wanting to get pregnant, when Jupiter shows up into the fifth house, that is a time where you could be very lucky in having children. If you currently have children, it might be a lucky season for your children. And if you're not wanting to get pregnant, be careful with Jupiter's entry into Gemini for the upcoming year. And don't forget, your ruling planet is Uranus. So as Uranus is in the zodiac energy of Taurus, he has been shaken up, the foundation of your home life. Maybe you've moved multiple times since 2019. Maybe your family has changed up in many different ways also since 2019. So this is very potent in the month of May because now we have lots of planets, the sun, Venus, eventually Mercury, all crossing over Uranus, activating the sudden change in order to make life more beautiful and to help you expand and grow and get out of your comfort zone. So this is really exciting energy for you. And your other ruling planet is Saturn. Saturn is in Pisces. Pisces is your second house, your financial house. So make sure you understand the lessons Saturn is currently trying to teach you around your finances to become more stable, to have more discipline, to be more committed, to pay more attention to your money. Because when he goes retrograde at the end of next month, a lot of these lessons are going to come up and you're going to have to step up to the plate and make sure you have them down pat. So just pay attention to that. A very busy month for you, Aquarius Rising. Let me know if you have any planets in your chart in Aries, Taurus, or Gemini that are being impacted this month. If you need more help or want to understand better how to use the sun seasons based on your unique chart, I would love to dive in a one-on-one session with you. I now offer mini readings, 30-minute readings. You can find the information in the description box below. And I'm going to send you so much love and light as you navigate the month of May, and I will catch you in the next video. Pisces Risings, we have three major areas of your chart that are being activated this month, so let's get into it. First of all, we have the Aries area of your chart, your second house, being activated by Mars. Mars is helping you take action, make decisions, and move forward with the things that came up last month during the eclipse and with that Mercury retrograde. Your second house is your money house, and so maybe there were some disruptions, some unexpected twists and turns, some new possibilities that open doors around your income sector, around how you make money, the people that invest in you financially. Maybe there was opportunities to buy new material possessions. Maybe you had to think Mercury retrograde over contracts and budgets and money stuff in your life, your assets and your resources. But now that you have clarity, you have a vision, you have direction, the eclipses are saying this is your path, it's time to move forward. Mars in Aries this month will help you be brave and bold and take action to get more money, to make more decisions around this area of your life. Very exciting for you. And then we had the lottery aspect, which happened last month on 4/20 in the energy of Taurus. This is your third house. So this was a beautiful, opportune time with an unexpected conversation, connection that you made, someone that brought some blessing into your life through connection, conversation, or maybe you even learned something in a podcast or a book that helped expand your mind and now helps you move forward in a very abundant and prosperous way in your life. That will be magnetized even more at the beginning of May. When we get to that new moon in Taurus, this is really a new beginning for you if you're wanting to launch or educate or teach or speak. Beautiful, beautiful energy to launch a podcast, to start a blog, to write a book, to become a teacher, to become a mentor, as Venus is moving through this area of the sky as well. But when we get to the second half of May, a lot of this energy is shifting and moving into your fourth house. As Jupiter moves into Gemini on the 25th of May, now your blessing and opportunities, expansion and growth is going to move into home and family. So this is going to be a great upcoming year from the 25th of May all the way till the 9th of June, where you could get opportunities to buy a new home, renovate your home, move home, beautiful opportunities within your family life, healing ancestral trauma. Jupiter is going to expand you so much, and it really kicks off at the end of May with Venus also moving into this area of the sky and it being Gemini sun season. So lots of goodness to come into your fourth house in this upcoming transit. If you want more clarity around that, go ahead and watch my Jupiter and Gemini video. You can skip to your rising sign as I dive in a little bit deeper with that energy. And also remembering that your ruling planet is Jupiter. So as he makes the transit out of your third house into your fourth house, this is going to be very important and even more magnetic for you to expand you and grow you. And your other ruling planet is Neptune. And Neptune this month is going to be in a powerful, powerful energy at 29 degrees of Pisces, your first house, the anaretic degree, helping you be magnetic, helping you dream, helping you really just show up in the world as someone that can be of service. A lot of empathic and intuitive gifts are going to be expanding and opening up for you. So we love this energy. Let me know if you have any planets in your chart in Aries, Taurus, or Gemini that are being impacted this month. If you need more help or want to understand better how to use the sun seasons based on your unique chart, I would love to dive in a one-on-one session with you. I now offer mini readings, 30-minute readings. You can find the information in the description box below. And I'm going to send you so much love and light as you navigate the month of May, and I will catch you in the next video.